Naoya Inoue, said he will only fight Jesse Bam Rodriguez if the bout takes place before February 2027. Inoue says he won't delay his career waiting for Bam, and that if Bam wants more time at bantamweight before accepting the fight.
As excitement continues to build around the possible blockbuster showdown, Naoya Inoue has delivered a firm warning to everyone involved. He made it clear that he has no intention of waiting forever for the fight to happen. That direct message has only increased the tension surrounding a matchup boxing fans have been hoping to witness for a long time.
Cupcakes waiting around for Bam. Yeah. This is the issue right now, Max. Bam is going to fight Medina in November or December. That's a quick turnaround to February. That's not.
Adding even more uncertainty to the situation, Robert Garcia revealed that Bam Rodriguez's team has not received any official offer for a fight against Naoya Inoue. He also explained that Eddie Hearn has yet to hear from Inoue's representatives, meaning Bam's planned return in either November or December remains the current direction.
Honestly, he's acting like they've already sent us a contract or they sent us an offer, and that's totally zero. We haven't got nothing. I talked to Eddie Hearn 2 days ago, and he told me the same thing, that he has not heard anything from anybody regarding Team Inoue. So Inoue to say that, it's a big lie, because he's making the world believe that there's offers out there when there's zero offers. So us, we have a plan to fight Bam in November or early December, and that's the plan. Unless we hear something from Inoue's team, then we'll consider it. But as of right now, I haven't heard anything, and neither has Eddie Hearn. Inoue is a great fighter, but Bam is not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him. We'll do it. But they have to at least send an offer. At least let us know. Don't go publicly saying, I'm not going to wait for Bam. Acting like.
Even so, Robert Garcia believes Bam Rodriguez is completely willing to move up in weight and challenge Naoya Inoue, just as he has never backed away from major opportunities in the past. However, Garcia stressed that Inoue's team must first present a legitimate offer before the matchup can realistically be taken seriously.
So we would definitely consider the fight,
even without a fight at 122?
I don't think if we had one more fight, like say October, November, then it's gonna be at 118. It's not gonna be at 122. We'll go straight into 122.
Okay.
I know Bam can compete. Bam has taken challenges before. He had 14 fights when he was fighting at 108, and they offered us to jump 2 divisions to fight Cuadras, and we took it and became champion. Nobody gave us a chance. Nobody thought we could do it, but Bam did it. Cuadras is not Inoue, but neither was Bam. Bam wasn't Bam. Bam at 108 wasn't Bam at 118 now. So it's a big difference. Bam won't take the chance, but at least let us know.
Looking at things from another angle, Wade Clemens believes Inoue versus Bam is unquestionably the fight that should happen next, arguing the relatively small weight difference should never prevent it. He pointed to Bam's dominant recent performance and impressive finish as evidence that he is fully prepared for such a challenge. Clemens also feels Bam's confidence and current momentum make the potential showdown even more exciting.
I know Bam would have to come up in weight, but we're talking, 4 pounds? We're talking, a very minimal jump in weight that easily I think can be made. And again, we're talking about fight weight versus walk around weight and how different that is, I understand, but Bam looked so good in his last fight. Dropping motherfuckers late in the fight after dominating on a ring card, on the ring for essentially all gold card. His performance was one of the standout performances. Dominating the fight, late into the fight, then drops his opponent, wins by stoppage in a big-time performance. He was getting trash-talked all week, a massive moment, pressure-filled, and he delivered. That would be the fight I want to see. That's the fight I think a lot of boxing fans.
However, Tim Bradley believes Jesse Bam Rodriguez is not quite prepared to face Naoya Inoue at this stage of his career. Although he fully recognizes Bam's elite abilities and pound-for-pound potential, Bradley feels he still needs several more high-level fights before stepping into the ring with Inoue. He also believes Robert Garcia understands the importance of proper timing and knows Bam would benefit from gaining additional experience before making that leap.
He's not ready for Inoue right now. Hey, Bam, tremendous skills, pound for pound. Inoue's on a pound for pound list, but is he ready right now, like the next fight? Hell no. I think Bam need a couple more touches. And I think that Robert Garcia is a lot smarter. To be honest with you, he knows.
Mike Coppinger shares a similar opinion, believing Jesse Bam Rodriguez has not yet accomplished enough to move ahead of Naoya Inoue, especially while Inoue continues performing at an elite level and adding another major victory to his already outstanding resume. Even so, Coppinger remains confident that the long-awaited showdown between these two champions will eventually become a reality.
Put him over the Monster right now? No, because of all the accomplishments, and the Monster's still looking damn good, and the Monster just clearly beat another pound-for-pound guy in a good fight, in a competitive fight. So I can't put him above him. But look, hey, I do believe this fight is going to happen.
At the same time, Mike Coppinger describes Bam Rodriguez as one of the most complete and well-rounded fighters in boxing today, with very few obvious weaknesses for opponents to exploit. He highlights Bam's balance, sharp jab, hand speed, punching power, and excellent finishing instinct as qualities that consistently separate him from the competition whenever he steps into the ring.
Bam is obviously an incredible fighter. It's hard to find any one single flaw with this game, right? He has the balance, he has the jab, he has the punching power, speed, and I think it shows in every fight. He has
Building further on that opinion, Max Kellerman believes Bam Rodriguez is unquestionably the real deal and praises him as a complete fighter in every aspect. He points to Bam's speed, technical skills, punching power, and aggressive mentality, believing those strengths allow him to maximize every bit of his natural talent. Kellerman expects Bam to continue producing outstanding performances just as he has throughout his professional career.
Real deal, a complete fighter. I'm a sucker for southpaws, but especially southpaws with speed and technique and punching power and the attitude that he wants to apply all those gifts and acquired skills to hurt the other guy. I think Bam is going to look great as he...
Viewing the matchup from another perspective, Malik Scott also considers Bam Rodriguez a complete fighter blessed with elite speed, refined technique, and tremendous versatility. His biggest concern against Naoya Inoue is Bam's lack of physical length, which could make controlling distance much more difficult. Even with that disadvantage, Scott firmly believes Bam has everything needed to compete with the very best fighters in the sport.
Bam, technical sound skills or his spirit is his limbs, Max. He's not like a long guy.
Yeah.
When I think about him going against a monster, the only thing that gives me doubt of him fighting the monster is he's not a long southpaw. His punches don't come from a long distance. I'm a sucker for southpaws too, Max, but I'm sucker for southpaws that's a bit tall, that's a bit, a little bit more longer than Bam Rodriguez. But besides that, which is a God-given thing, he has all the attributes of a complete fighter. He is a complete fighter and definitely top 3 pound for pound in this.
Adding his own opinion to the discussion, Shakur Stevenson views Bam Rodriguez as a very dangerous opponent for Naoya Inoue despite acknowledging Inoue's world-class ability. Stevenson believes Bam's speed, technique, and punching power could create genuine problems throughout the contest and even give him the chance to score an important knockdown.
I can't go against Bam. I know Bam, and Bam, my guy. I think Inoue is a great fighter, but I think Bam might be his kryptonite. I seen him get dropped by a southpaw, and I think Bam punched hard enough where he could.
On the opposite side of the debate, Sean Porter gives the advantage to Naoya Inoue because of his greater experience, physical strength, and maturity at boxing's highest level. Although he expects Bam Rodriguez to make the fight highly competitive from start to finish, Porter still predicts that Inoue would ultimately come away with a victory.
That gap in that weight, Inoue being slightly older, more experienced and things like that, I am inclined to favor Inoue in this fight, even though I haven't seen as much Inoue as I've seen Bam. But the reason why I favor is because the age gap, the size gap. That's big for the little guys. And Inoue is a monster. He's a monster. So I think that Inoue would be the favorite in the betting odds and the blah 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 blah. And it's a hell of a fight. But I just feel like
Mal Porter also leans toward Naoya Inoue while speaking very highly of Bam Rodriguez's overall ability. He praised Bam's polished technique, smooth movement, and effectiveness in every phase of the fight. Porter also believes Bam's style could create legitimate problems for Inoue, highlighting his ring IQ, adaptability, and versatility as qualities capable of making the matchup especially challenging for the Japanese superstar.
Bam is super nice, I ain't gonna lie. I like Bam.
You think he can beat Inoue?
I think so. I think he's smart enough, technically sound, got good movement. He ain't southpaw, so I think that probably.
Looking closely at Bam's continued development, Doug Fisher believes Jesse Bam Rodriguez should spend more time strengthening his resume before accepting the biggest challenges against names such as Naoya Inoue. While he feels Bam still has important goals to accomplish in the lower weight divisions, Fisher remains extremely impressed by his technical ability. He praised Bam's timing, movement, ring intelligence, and natural boxing instincts, emphasizing that his success comes through precision, control, and intelligent execution rather than depending only on knockout power.
He has to prove himself at 118 pounds and 122 pounds before we can say, okay, maybe he can beat the monster.
Fight at a catch weight of 120 something pounds.
Exactly. But I will say this, fighting in the weight classes that he has occupied, flyweight and junior bantamweight, where he's Ring Magazine unified champion, he looks perfect. He's a complete fighter. You see the talent, the natural ability, you see the technique, which is textbook.
The feet.
You see some athleticism. Now he's not dynamic, explosive like Inoue, okay?
He doesn't hit his
but
head, you're saying.
He's fluid. He's smooth with it. And it's not just the hands, it's the feet.
Beyond the technical analysis, Showbiz the Adult believes a showdown between Bam Rodriguez and Naoya Inoue has the potential to become a historic event with enormous significance in Japan and throughout the boxing world. He believes a victory over Inoue would immediately elevate Bam's legacy, especially considering Inoue's accomplishments across multiple weight divisions and his reputation as one of boxing's greatest active stars.
Like in the history of boxing, Inoue versus Bam. What that would do in Japan is stupid. If Bam beats Inoue, you're talking about one of the greatest fighters of all time. And I'm talking about better than Marvelous Mark Pacquiao. F no. F yes. If he beats Inoue, what else is next for him? Shoo. You might as well, I mean, damn. My man Inoue is undisputed in what, 3 different weight classes? Fighting 4 times in a year, making history by defending his ring title, his lineal championship 4 times, and went tying up Larry Holmes. Brother, Inoue is a current legend. You go.
At the same time, several boxing analysts believe Bam Rodriguez has the ability to compete with the monster, even if the contest takes place at a catchweight. However, they also feel Bam has consistently looked his absolute best in the lighter weight classes, particularly at flyweight and junior bantamweight, where he established himself as a unified world champion. They praised his natural talent, outstanding fundamentals, movement, and athleticism, describing him as a highly polished boxer whose strengths are especially effective at those lower weights.
Beat the monster.
Fight at a catch weight of 120 something pounds.
Exactly. But I will say this, fighting in the weight classes that he has occupied, flyweight and junior bantamweight, where he's Ring Magazine unified champion, he looks perfect. He's a complete fighter. You see the talent, the natural ability, you see the technique, which is textbook.
The feet.
You see some athleticism.
Bruce Carrington also emphasized Bam Rodriguez's ability to overcome several physical disadvantages if he eventually faces Naoya Inoue. According to Carrington, Bam's quickness, timing, and fluid punch combinations could allow him to compete at a very high level despite moving up in weight. Although he admits Bam can occasionally show defensive vulnerabilities, Carrington believes his rhythm and ability to control exchanges make him a difficult opponent. The biggest unanswered question, however, is whether Bam possesses enough power to stop Inoue from constantly applying pressure.
I do think that, weight classes matter, but when it comes to skills, skills that pay the bills, man. Even me, when I spar guys that's up to 154, if I really wanted to, and I fight 126. But that's because, I can hang with them because of my skills. And I think that Bam has the skills to be able to hang with a guy like Inoue. Bam is he's so swift and so smooth. He might have little lapses here and there in his defense. We've seen, Bam get knocked down. We've seen Bam get hurt. But man, he gets into such a rhythm that it's like poetry in motion. It's like, man, what the heck? So yeah, I think that I wonder if he has enough power to keep Inoue off of him. But the style matchup is great. I think that both of them fighting.
On the other hand, Paulie Malignaggi believes Naoya Inoue's punching power remains one of his greatest strengths even as he continues competing in heavier weight divisions. Although Inoue's knockout percentage may have declined somewhat at higher weights, Malignaggi argues that Bam Rodriguez's naturally smaller frame could make Inoue's punches especially dangerous at 122 pounds. He also pointed out that while Inoue has gone the distance more frequently in recent fights, that should not be mistaken as evidence that his power has become any less threatening against Bam.
It has been a consistent puncher.
Even though at this weight class, Inoue has not been the puncher, he's been the lower weight classes. Bam is also a naturally smaller guy, so the power of Inoue, you would figure, would be something that Bam would feel if Inoue lands those big shots at 122. You know, because Inoue also was a smaller guy at one time, but he was hurting those smaller guys. Maybe he's not as hurtful at 122 as we've seen he's gone a distance recently more, but nonetheless, Bam is also a smaller guy. So could it come into play that Bam feels those punches?
The analyst also focused on the enormous gap in star power separating the two champions. Naoya Inoue has grown into one of Japan's biggest sporting attractions, giving him a level of commercial influence that Bam Rodriguez has not yet achieved in that market. While Bam has earned tremendous respect for his boxing ability, the analyst believes Inoue would still enter the matchup as the unquestioned headline attraction, particularly if the event takes place in Japan.
Bam Rodriguez. Y'all know I think Monster ain't no monster to Bam Bam. He just Naoya. Y'all know that. But I'm going to tell y'all right now. Monster Inoue is the man. He's the superstar. He is a much bigger name in Japan. That fight is much bigger in Japan than it is here in America. Jesse Bam Rodriguez is not the name over here. That Monster is over there. So y'all know where I'm at with it. Bam, you gotta get on your Road Warrior shit. You gotta get on your Animal and Hawk shit. You gotta get on your Legion of Doom shit, bro. You gotta take your ass over there to Japan and go whoop Naoya ass, man. I ain't got no problem. Monster Inoue says that the man for me to fight Jesse Bam Rodriguez, he gotta bring his ass to Japan. I'm not batting an eye at it. Number one, because I believe in Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Chris Algieri shifted the conversation toward the physical aspects of the matchup, pointing to a possible size difference that could become significant if the champions eventually meet. He noted that Bam Rodriguez is still working his way through the weight divisions, whereas Naoya Inoue is already fully established at 122 pounds. In Algieri's opinion, that advantage in natural size and experience at the weight could become an important factor in determining how the fight unfolds.
Next, he's the best. I don't know, man. For Inoue, 26 is waiting. Featherweight is waiting, but there is that one fight with Bam Rodriguez. They talked about it at length in the lead up to this fight. Well, could Inoue just keep going with these super fights and welcome Bam Rodriguez to 122 pounds for what would be a massive commercial fight?
Well, Bam is just moving up to 118 now. So then he's got to get another weight class up to 22 to take on Naoya Inoue, who is seems to be growing out of the weight class. I know he didn't look bigger than Nakatani, but Nakatani is just younger and he has the build. But the commentators are alluding to it. It's like he looks a little tight at the weight, meaning he's holding the weight, and maybe it's been a while, and he has talked about moving up. I do know some guys that were in camp with Inoue, and they said he's huge. Like he is a big. He walks around big, lean or whatever, but he's
Steven Navarro concentrated on what makes this potential fight so fascinating, describing Inoue versus Bam as a rare meeting between two dominant world champions at the top of their games. He believes both men have consistently defeated elite competition with impressive ease, making a clash between them an incredibly technical battle. Navarro expects the contrast in styles and elite-level skills to produce a thrilling contest that boxing fans everywhere would thoroughly enjoy.
You know what? It is a special fight. It's two fighters who've been on the pound-for-pound list for the past couple of years. They've just been, no offense to any of their opponents, but they've just been sweeping their oppositions. And it will be a beautiful.
Sonny Edwards ranked both fighters among the very best in boxing today, but gave Jesse Bam Rodriguez a slight advantage in a head-to-head showdown. He praised Bam's ring intelligence, precise footwork, and ability to control exchanges while gradually breaking opponents down over the course of a fight.
I'm a fan of Inoue. I always have been. One of my claims to fame at one point was that I beat a kid in the amateurs that beat Inoue. I was holding on to that for a bit, but I'm also a massive fan of Bam, man. Career-wise, I would rather Bam win.
Yeah.
Definitely, it look a lot better for me.
Correct.
So I will be 100% rooting for Bam, and they're a lovely family. Bam's a great fighter, a great kid as well. I say kid, he's a great man. And yeah, I get on with him, and I will be rooting for him throughout the entirety of his career, unless he fights my brother. But I'll be rooting for him, man. And Bam has a lot. Bam has So great footwork, exceptional decision making. He doesn't load up or get too carried away with his success. He's constantly breaking you down and busting you up a little bit. And yeah, like I said, that'll be a big acid test. Maybe Inoue staying heavier for the last few years. Obviously, they started at the same weight, like flyweight. So they both come up sort of the same amount. But maybe being heavier for longer, more camps, more fights, more accustomed to the weight division might give Inoue an advantage. But at the same time, Bam's one of those fighters that, you know, he doesn't give you a load of opportunity to hit him, and he's always thinking about his work. I think that is genuinely one of the most elite and top level fights you can make in the sport. And I think if that fight gets made, I hope the world of boxing fans really gets behind it and makes it an event that seems as big as an Usyk, Fury, or AJ.
Adding another perspective to the discussion, Sonny Edwards once again placed both champions among boxing's elite while still giving Rodriguez a narrow edge in a direct matchup. He highlighted Bam's exceptional intelligence, sharp movement, and ability to dictate exchanges before methodically wearing opponents down as the rounds progress, believing those qualities could make the difference.